I have 6 amazing developers and they will be passing one Roblox game along, each adding their own updates without ever talking to each other. It's like Broken Telephone but in Roblox Studio. Starting with Raymond, I haven't told him anything. Let's see what happens.
Hello everyone, all you need to know is I make Roblox games. I'm the first person to work on the game, which means I've just set a good foundation for what this game is. The idea I decided for this game is basically making a tower defense. It'll be the most easiest and simplest to do in this game. Now let's get into it. Firstly, I'm going to start by importing a temp model. Now I have to scale this down somehow. I believe the size will be good enough for the game. For my part, I want to focus on making the placement system for the game. I hope everyone else can figure out what they have to make for the game. The placement system will be quite easy to make, so maybe I could throw some extra features in there too to help the other developers. Let's see though. That was quick. All I had to do is create a cash value. That's about it. We're not saving any cash because you start with 250 and you earn cash as you kill more and as you play the game. Now I have to script a placement system. Alright, I've been working on the placement system for a little bit. Let's see how it goes. And it works. There we go. This took forever. I added a collision system finally, and it works. As you can tell, I created the UI for the placement system. It works, functions, and you can also cancel. So once you click the UI, it pops up the rig, and then you can rotate and then do everything. And you can place a rig, which makes your money go down. And this also gets sent to the server, so you can make the game multiplayer. Alright, it seems my time is up. I hope my systems are robust enough for the next players, and they can add and edit things too. See ya.
Alright guys, so Raymond just texted me that he's done and I just hopped into the game. So I kind of like what I'm seeing so far. I think it's going to be a tower defense game. And it looks like it did a bunch of things. It says can't place here and I can place it up here. So I think this will be great, and I actually lost some cash for placing that. So I think that's also pretty cool. The red box did stay there, but I think that'll be fixed up with another scripter that we have coming on later. But other than that, I really like how Raymond started this off. I think he built a great base for this game. Now let's pass it on to Maddy, who will be building our map. I hope all of this is good enough for them to understand that it's a tower defense game, because I don't think everyone will figure that out.
Hey guys, so I'm Maddy and I was selected to start building. So here's what I did. I started off by adding some grass for the base of the build. When I finished the grass, I then added a path using parts and a plugin that will rotate the part and form a path. As you guys can see, when I was making the path, I did change it up a bit and played around with the plugin to make the best path possible. After the path was done, I started to make mountains for the border of the map. I changed the color of the mountains and played with the scale to make it form into a mountain-like shape. Once I added all the mountains, I then added some trees and other different little things to make the map look a bit more realistic and give it that nice touch. I took the mountain border and resized them to make rocks. After the big rocks were done, I used those same rocks and made them a little bit smaller to make different rocks. I then scattered them around the map. Once all the big rocks were added, I added some other grass parts around the map. After all the rocks and other parts were placed, finally added big cylinders and made them black to make a spawn location. After all of that was done, I went around the map adjusting things to make it look more realistic. I want to thank RoDev for this amazing opportunity. Bye guys.
What's up guys, I just loaded onto the place. I'll introduce myself. So I'm DayCrucial. I've been developing on Roblox since like 2020. I recently got back into game development. I'd say like, I don't know, like January. I know how to script and animate, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, so let's see what we're working with. I'll play the game. Oh, alright, just spawned in. Alright, let me check out the scripts. Right, see, is there anything in server script service? Alright, that just creates some stuff. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, I think this is some sort of tower defense game from what I can see. See, these are like the little buttons to like, you know, place a tower, right? Placement system. I'm gonna start with the enemy spawning, right? They're gonna go down the track and stuff, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so here are my enemies. I got zombie, fast, tank, and their boss. Alright, now let's script them. Alright, there we go. Got some enemies spawning, okay? Now let's pretend killed all these guys, right? One go, move on, get two, and more zombies, right? Gone. Got some tanks. See, collision groups are working, right? They're going through each other, right? Some fasts, right? Some zombies going by. Maybe I should put the zombies in front of the fasts. That'll be better, right? Tank, zombie, and a fast. Let's repeat that a bunch. Maybe I should nerf this. Now I think the boss spawns. There we go. Now I'm gonna animate them because they look pretty boring you know, just walking around, right? See, they look kind of boring, you know, just gliding across, right? I want to have them animations, so I'm gonna do that. All right, pretty sure I'm done animating. Well, I didn't animate the zombie walk. I just used the catalog animation, but yeah, we got them walking now. We got them zombies walking. That's pretty much it for mob spawning. Now, I'll see if I can do some stuff with the soldiers so they can actually attack. All right, so I just scripted the soldiers now, or like the towers, I'd like to say. I just gave myself a lot of cash so I can demonstrate. So place one and he starts attacking. I'll fix the targeting system, but right now, so I'm gonna do some cleanup and I'll do some polishing and we'll get these guys animated, you know, give them a proper model. All right, see you then. Let me show how I animate. Start the time lapse now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right, now let's make the attack animation. All right, so I finished animating them and I also added some sound effects. So I'm just gonna place them. So he's called Private, got a gun. That's pretty much it. And he shoots at zombies. You gain money every time you do damage. I actually didn't make a proper base health system. I hope the person who comes next actually scripts that because it's kind of needed. You know, I only had an hour to do that, so I couldn't include that. I had a lot of fun scripting this, honestly. All right, now it's my section and we're moving on. Good luck.
Alright guys, Maddy finished the map and DayCrucial finished the scripting. I think the next person I'll bring on is a UI designer. I'm also happy that Maddy was able to figure out what this game was just based on Raymond's system. As Raymond did say,
I hope my systems are robust enough for the next players.
and he was right about that because Maddy figured it out. So I think the only thing left to do here is go ahead and playtest it. So it says starting in 3, 2, 1, and I guess we have some enemies in. Now I'm gonna see if I can place this private, which I can, and we'll just put him down like right there. He also made the red box disappear, so great job from DayCrucial. I also think we gotta get rid of these, but look at that, it's actually working. Let me get some more down. And it also shows the hitboxes for the other ones, which is just amazing. Also, the script doesn't break when you press another one. It just gives you a warning, which is great, and I can just place more and more privates down. Now I do wonder if it takes away my money. I also gain money for killing the zombies, as you just saw right there. If I place some more privates down, it actually does take away my money. So I think this game is going insanely great right now. We also now have tanks. An amazing job by DayCrucial here. And if you're wondering, we can definitely make these red parts go away really easily. I love how the hitboxes pop up when you're about to place another one, so you know where you can't place these towers. But guys, this is just amazing. I literally don't know what to say. I also love how they drop in waves. And looks like in this wave, we got a new type of zombie, which is the fast zombie. DayCrucial did an amazing job with this. Alright guys, the UI designer is ready to go. I literally have not told him anything, so we'll see what he comes up with. I also made sure he's able to change the UI without breaking anything. So I think he'll do a great job. I'll be voicing this over because his mic isn't exactly working. So he starts off by checking out the Explorer, and then he realizes it's a tower defense game. So he gets started with the UI, and then he makes it black, and then he realizes that we only have one soldier, so he uses these lock icons as well as a 1 for the one soldier. Then we have this wave UI in the top left, which is actually really helpful because right now there's no way to know in the game. We also get a cash UI, which is helpful for large amounts of cash. Then we do have a menu because instead of starting in 3, 2, 1, we can actually choose when to start the game. Obviously, we don't really need a credits and settings. We could use credits. Then he creates this main menu UI, finishes it up. It looks really great. And then now we're getting a wave notifier because the wave UI in the top left is just changing without notifying you. So it would be helpful to have something on the screen, which is what he thought. And he created it. It looks pretty good. The next developer is LuaScape. Let's see what happens.
Hello everyone, I'm LuaScape. I've been coding for around 5 to 6 years and I've been selected to code for this game, and I'm gonna do a little bit of VFX and stuff like that too. Alright, so from first glance it looks like it's gonna be like a tower defense type of thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and click play and see what we have. Okay, so we got a little menu screen here, tower defense. I'm gonna click play. Okay, the zombies are already coming, so I have one character and I can just put it down somewhere, I think right here. I think I'm gonna start by adding new soldiers. I'm just basically just gonna duplicate the default one and then change the colors a bit and change the damage and weapons and stuff like that. So I made this one kind of like all red, and it's gonna do more damage than the other one did, and it's gonna cost a little bit more, and it shoots faster than the other one and does a lot more damage. And I feel like for his gun I should give him like a shotgun. So I'm just gonna go to meshes here and I'm gonna search up shotgun and see what I can find. I'll just use this. All right, so it has the little hitbox around it and it has its shotgun out, and it should work perfectly fine. Yep, it one taps the zombies. And I think I should add a soldier that has like an automatic weapon. Now if we load in here and I select 3, which is the SWAT. So I'm not the best at making VFX, but I'm gonna try my best. So I'm gonna start with a part and then an attachment and then a particle emitter. And I'll just add some more of these. And it's too overpowered now, like they can't even spawn in at this point. So I'm gonna change that up a little bit at the end. All right, and to balance that out, basically what I'm gonna do is make the overpowered mobs a lot more expensive than the money that you start with. So So I upped the SWAT and then set the angry to what the SWAT was before. So 2 SWATs is already all your money, and it should balance it out. I feel like I should make a day and night cycle just for the cosmetics. You can see every second the time slowly changes, and then it'll turn to dark. So you can just play as normally, and day cycle will happen by itself. All right, so it seems my time is up, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to the next person.
What's up guys, I'm Cash, aka KashTheKing, and I've been scripting on Roblox for around 5 years. So here's what I did in the game swap. First of all, I hopped into Studio and checked out the game. At first glance, it looked unfinished, and since I was the last developer, I was going to have to make sure the game was as cool as possible. Thanks to the last developers, there were almost 0 bugs, which means I could spend all of my time just polishing the game. And where better to start polishing other than the UI? One of the first UI changes I made was getting rid of the Roblox health bar. It just looked really bland, and the new health bar made it look way better. I also noticed that the enemies were really tiny, so I scaled them up to the player's height and it made them look a lot better. I added a lot more UI changes, then I decorated the map and added an ocean, clouds, and background mountains to make it look like the game wasn't just floating in the sky. But I was running out of time, so I added more soldiers since there were only 3, and fixed a bunch of pre-existing bugs like the animations and the sounds. And overall, I think my changes turned out great, and since I was the last developer, I told the other devs and we tested out the game.
Alright guys, so Cash finished up, and look at this game. We're about to hop into a public test with 700 players. Oh, the server size is 700. I'm not sure how many will join. And as you can see, this game is insane. This is why I wanted to play as Cash last. Look at what he's done. And the cool thing about this is that it loops over and over again. So after you finish unlocking, it restarts the game with a multiplier. He even added the base health system, and he added these really cool billboard GUIs above the actual enemies. I'm about to undeafen. We are in a call on the Discord. I'm about to ping all 4,000 people of my Discord to join, and we'll see what happens. It's 10 p.m. in their school tomorrow. Maybe it's not the best time, but we'll see what happens. All right guys, we are loading into the private server right now. Okay, it is 10 p.m. on a school night, but if you guys can hop into the game, that would be insane. All right guys, as you can see, a lot of this was done by Cash towards the end. I'm gonna quickly give myself a little bit of cash just to show you guys that are watching the video. So I just gave myself a little bit of cash, not too much, and I'm gonna place a sniper down right here. He also added God to the game, which is a little bit OP. God is very expensive. God is a little bit out of my budget at this time. I can't believe Cash did all of this in 1 hour. And for some reason, the animations did break earlier, but he even fixed those. So maybe 10 p.m. on a school night was not the best time to do this, but it's alright. The game is insane. By the way, if you guys do want to test out the game and maybe even support the developers that made it, be sure to check it out in the description. All the funds that I make from the game will go directly to the developers. Looks like we have a mega boss coming in. I don't know when Cash added that, but we are absolutely crushing it. And looks like it says continuing with a 4x multiplier, so I think we're about to lose everything and restart with a 4x multiplier. Looks like we are kind of crushing this. We can barely even see them spawn. Alright guys, so I muted my mic on Discord. I'm about to give everyone 100,000 cash, and we'll see how crazy the game gets. Okay, I just told Cash about it, and there it is. We got 100,000 cash for everyone in the game. Let's see how crazy it gets. I think we easily won this now. Look at all the robots we got here. Dude, imagine if we made God free. Okay guys, God is kind of free right now, and it's gonna be OP. That's crazy guys. Look at the amount of gods we have here. Cash, how much range does God have?
Oh, he has infinite, I think.
Okay, I just placed a God right up at the front, and I think we basically won. Hey Cash, can you spawn a bunch of bosses? Oh my god, look at the amount of mega bosses Cash just spawned. Cash, how many mega bosses did you just spawn? Okay, we have a little bit of an issue guys. God can kind of not see the mega bosses.
There's so many.
Are we even doing any damage right now? Looks like the game is over. We lost a little bit of base health. That's negative infinite if you guys didn't know. Hey Cash, I've got a question. How long did this really take you?
It took them as long as it took them to not play Fortnite.
Not all of the developers were able to make it. It is 10 p.m. on a school night. This video took a long time to make, so if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing. All the developers' links are in the description, so make sure you check them out. You can also play the game at the link in the description. If you want to be in one of these challenges, make sure you join the Discord.